The function of Golgi tendon organ is to sense. Now the keyword here is of course the Golgi tendon organ, and there are two things which we have to remember while studying the basic physiology. So one is the Golgi tendon and another is the muscle spindle, right? So here we'll be discussing the Golgi tendon organs. So the options are increased static length of the muscles, increased dynamic length of the muscles, increased muscle tension, and chemical changes within the muscles. So yes, first of all we should know that these Golgi tendons are 90% of these are generally present in the musculotendinous junction. Musculotendinous junction, and 10% of these are present in the tendon itself. That is one thing which we have to understand. Now, each organ, each Golgi tendon organ, okay, each is going to have it is going to be attached with less than 25 extrafusal fibers, less than 25 extrafusal fibers, and less than 25 extrafusal fibers, and that will be attaching it to the motor unit, a small number of motor units. Okay, and this will be a series connection. So you just have to remember there will be series connection of less than 25 extrafusal fibers that will be connecting with the small number of motor units. Motor units basically are going to be around less than 15 in numbers. So less than 15 motor units will be there, to which less than 25 extrafusal fibers will be adding, and this will be connecting the Golgi tendon organ. Okay. So this number is important actually for the exam point of view. Okay. Now what happens? These Golgi tendon organ are stimulated by increased tension in the muscle. Increased tension in muscle tendons actually. So whenever there is the passive stretch or the active contraction of the muscle that builds the tension inside the muscle or the Golgi tendon in the tendon, so that will be stimulating your Golgi tendon, right? So increased tension in muscle, it can be yes passive stretch of muscle, or it can be your active contraction of the muscle, whatever it is. We should understand that the threshold of the Golgi tendon organ is very low. So it is low. So whenever there is passive stretch or active contraction, that can lead to activation or activation of these particular Golgi tendon. Basically, they will be sensing it, and then they will be causing the inverse stretch reflex. So I'll be coming to that. Before that, we should talk about the afferent nerve supply of the Golgi tendon. Afferent nerve supply. So the afferent nerve is going to be by the 1B fiber, and efferent supply to muscle spindle is going to not to be present, right? So efferent to the spindle is not present. So basically we have to remember, whenever there is active muscle contraction, that will be stimulating the Golgi tendon organs and group of 1B fibers. So active muscle contraction is there, for example, some stimuli is there, active contraction is there. So that will stimulate the Golgi tendon organ, and it will also stimulate the 1B afferent fibers that will be coming from the Golgi tendon, right? And since these will be stimulated, these fibers will be stimulated, right? And these fibers are going to stimulate the inhibitory interneurons in the spinal cord. So these will be stimulate the inhibitory motor neurons or the interneurons, that are the alpha motor neurons, which are present in the spinal cord, right? And these interneurons, which are like inhibit alpha motor neurons and cause relaxation of the muscles that was originally contracted. So that will cause the relaxation. So I hope this is very much clear here, that how these organs are going to function. So the correct answer is going to be increased muscle tension, that is option number 3, where the Golgi tendon is going to sense the increased muscle tension. That can be passive stretch or that can be active muscle contraction. Since they have very low threshold, so they can easily sense it, and that will further lead to activation of the interneurons and the inhibitory interneurons in the spinal cord, that will inhibit alpha motor neurons, and these will cause the relaxation of the muscles that was originally contracted. So this is how we should understand the concept of the Golgi tendon organ.